Hi, this is Shaman Weaver Sheila Baker. So I pulled a card for myself, and what I got was the Six of Cups. Sixes are about harmony and balance and bringing things into right relationship. So when I see this particular card, what I think is that, hi Gretchen. What I see is that something is being handed from an older child to a younger child. So I begin to think about some beliefs. And so what beliefs am I holding on to that are holding me back? So let's have a look at that tonight. And just get focused for a moment, take a breath, and I'm going to call in the directions just very briefly. Spirit guides and allies of all the direction. We ask for clear vision from the east, perseverance, tenacity, and objectivity. From the south, we ask for passion and fire and drive. From the west, the watery fluidity that knows that it's always in flow. From the north, the ancestors, knowing many have walked this way before. Illumination from above and sustenance from below, and the great hoop of life that binds us all. We ask that you guide us and teach us and show us the way. Aho. Hi, Diane and Andy and Fred and Tora and Danielle. Very nice. Okay, Gretchen. So, practical world concerns, because fives are lessons. So the lesson here is if you were to look up, because so often when things are not going well, when we feel a lack, we're downcast, right? And some of you know that in the last little bit, the world has been wobbling me. And so I've really had to get in touch with, look up, check out spirit, is spirit still guiding me? So the lesson here is to look up, because everything that you need is right here. And in the olden days, you used to be able to go into a church where your needs would be taken care of. But the first step is to go from casting down to casting up. So there you go, Gretchen. Nice to see you. Diane, this one is for you. It is the Nine of Wands, passion, fire, drive. Didn't you just say that right there? Yeah, in the comments. Lovely. However, you've been through some things. It is behind you. And the wounding, the only wounding that remains is a mental wounding. So, Diane, perhaps a useful thing to do would be to write the story and then use the fire of the wands to burn it, because it's a transformation. And we have solstice coming up in a couple of weeks. So that's a very beautiful time, if you don't get around to doing it before, to release the wounding that is just in your head. So let that one go, whatever it is. Blessings, because you're complete. And that act will drop the burdens that is in the next card. So there you go. So, Andy, this one is for you. And Danielle, good to see you. Chandra, hi. Emily, Judy, and Ria, and Amy. Hello, you guys. Okay. So, Andy, this one is for you. A quest. You're on a quest for something in the practical world. And you can see that this horse, I'll put it up close for you, this horse is not spurred to move. However, it's useful to use enticement instead of the spurs. Hi, Tammy. So what enticement can you give the knight who is all about practical things, money, property, tangible things? The card is tangible. What incentive can you give him? What enticement to get moving? So there's your lovely question for this evening. And I'd love to know. So there you go. Tora, this one is for you. So some of the ways, only three, okay, we go all the way to the 10. So only 3 ways that you're thinking are hurting your heart. Now, it could be, this is the mental realm. So your things are being conjured up that are affecting your heart. So when that happens, you might want to stop, take a breath, and actually go, is this propelling me forward or holding me back? Yeah, there you go. So if it's not propelling you forward, by all means, don't think. I had a mentor. His name is Harbecker, T. Harbecker. You guys can check him out. He's amazing. And he said, don't think, 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 and don't think. It's the thinking that gets us into trouble. Use your gut and use your heart and come from there. All right, Danielle. Okay, so this is a shift. It's a gift from the gods right here, coming out of the cloud for you. And it is in the emotional realm. You can see that the dove holding the wafer is diving into the cup. It's overspilling with love. This beginning, hang on a sec. This beginning obviously is going to come from an unusual source, but it will be just an overflowing of love. And it might even be that you get to understand that you're love, and coming from that place of love, it will attract more love. So, but look for it because you're not expecting it, and it's going to come from somewhere unusual. So there you go. Fred, this one is for you. Okay. There's some turbulence going on down here in the emotional realm, you can see, but it's not very big. 6s are harmony, balance, and bringing things into right relationship. This is a mental realm thing. It says that some of the ways that you're thinking are ready to be dislodged, but make sure that you get to the shore and the calm place before you do that. Otherwise, the emotions are going to bubble up and sink your boat. And look also to the fact that you are carrying passengers here. So if it happens that there's emotional conflict, you're carrying passengers, you're shifting of the mental realm, the way that you're thinking. You don't want to do that until you get to a safe place. So there you go. All right. Amy, there's 2 Amy. So let me, okay, this is the first Amy. And Amy Wiggins music, yours will come later. So just that you know. Hi, Annie. Hi, Melissa, Anita, and Una. Nice to see you too. So here we go. We're having lots of 6s right off the bat. This is lovely because it is about harmony, balance, and bringing things into right relationship peace. It's all about that rest, beyond the rest and relaxation, beyond the lesson of the 5 is a place to come and share and bring things into, balance. So this says, in Pentacles again, money, property, tangible things. This says you have enough resources to share. However, be mindful that you bring things into balance right here. Oops. It's backwards. I was doing it so long the other way that I get confused. So they're right here. Bring things into balance. And wasn't that where I started the conversation earlier, is bringing things into balance. So be mindful that as you give, you're also allowing yourself to be in a place of receiving. Because when someone gives us something, then we are in the place of gratitude and appreciation. And if that somehow gets blocked, then it's out of balance. So as you're giving, be willing to receive. So that's a little message that just came zooping through for you. Chandra, this one is for you. All right, the mental realm. You've been overthinking things. So this is the give it a rest. No more over analyzing. Let things lay for a bit. And since it's a 4, it's about rest and relaxation. It might be 4 days that you need to just hold back the thinking. And I just said, don't think, don't think, don't think, don't think, which is primed for this particular thing. Hi, Chris. Hey, Christopher. So no more overanalyzing. Give it a rest. And know that when this card reverses, it's time to get into action, but that's not now. Now is a time to rest and to let things lie. All right. Emily, this one is for you. Justice. It's once again about bringing things into balance, because over here we've got the scales. On the other side, we have a sword that is so long, it is completely off of the card. So this says, cleave away, cut away everything that does not bring it into balance. And also remember that sometimes we think that things ought to be fair, but they're not always. So bring things into balance. And the other piece about this, hey Keely, the other piece about this is be just with yourself, be fair to yourself, because it feels like that's really the lesson in this card for you tonight. Bliss. All right, Judy, this one's for you. The Devil. So the thing about this card, first of all, well, I love them all. You hear me say that all the time. But what I love about this, and I'm going to put this way up close. You can see the necklaces here, the chains that are binding them. Look, the devil can't even sit on this tiny little cube. The chains are really big. Anything that's holding you back is something that you haven't let go of yet. So a beautiful shamanic thing to do about this is to put a scarf around your neck really loose, or if you've got a necklace that's really loose, put that on there, and then take it off and just say, I remove the chains that bind me, and do it until your arms are sore. Because if you just do it once or twice, there's not much impact in that, but repetitive action brings transformation. So I remove the chains that bind me. I remove the chains that bind me. I remove the chains that bind me. And we all can do that, because if you think you're being held back by something, then, why not remove those chains? Good question, eh? And that's really for all of us, isn't it? Hey, Colby, nice to see you. Tammy, this one is for you. The King of Wands. So what I love about this king is that right down here, right there, is a lizard. Lizards wake up your dreams. The king has complete mastery of his domain, and he's fixated on making it so. Wands are passion, fire, drive. And even though the wand is cut, there's still new life in there. So wake up your dreams and get connected to divinity. And, shamanic journeys are a really wonderful way to do that, and super easy to learn and amazingly therapeutic. So if you want to know about that, you can just send me a little message and I'll tell you about that. Ria, this one is for you. Oh, I'm going to go deep. Ooh, I'm glad I did. Look at that, girl. So this is the world. So everything you could possibly need, want, desire, think of is available to you. So don't hold back. You don't even have to know how it's going to happen. Just know that it will. So I heard this thing about us Americans. Well, actually, I'm Canadian, but I live here, so there. And about us. We have how-itis. If we don't know how to do it, we won't. And that stops us from taking that step. So when you have the world behind you, take the step. And honestly, for most of us, honestly, what have we got to lose? That was a rant, wasn't it? There we go. Siobhan, this one is for you. Using all of your senses. Don't rely on what you can see or even what you hear. And once again, the thinking, the swords are off the card. It also says to me, other readers might not say this, but by the new moon, you're going to see things differently. And the way that, oh, you're welcome, Ria. You're welcome, Tammy. And Judy, thanks. And Atira, nice to see you. So use all of your senses. And what I'm going to say is it's most important that you use your intuition, okay? So that when you start to think, first of all, you go, wait, what does my heart say? And then what does my gut say? And listen to that. The gut has more neural receptors than the brain. So that old thing about using your imagination, making things up, and following it. You know, when you get a hit to turn left, then follow that. You never know what you're going to see. You might see some new flowers. You might see some birds. You might see, well, who knows what you're going to see. But listen to the intuition and follow it. And then notice what happens when you do that. There you go. Gypsy, this one is for you. So, diligent, hard work, a craftsman hard at work, but putting the fining touches on, not beginning, and being so proud of what you've done that you are willing to hang it on the wall. So years ago, I had a client who was writing a book. I didn't know this at the time, but I said to her, you know, you're a craftsman, you're hard at work, you're putting the finishing touches on. She was like, yeah, I'm writing a book. It's got 8 chapters. So also be mindful of the number 8. It's powerful numerology. And so go and look up that and just Google the power of 8 and see what comes out. So there you go. Hard at work, almost done, and very happy with your accomplishments. Melissa, this one's for you. So I'm digging around in here. There we go. Oh, beautiful. So strength. There is nothing that you need to wrestle to the ground. I'm going to put this really up close over there. So you can see that this lion, his tail is tucked between his legs. She's got her hand underneath his chin and on top. She's not clamping it down. This lion is a devotee. So whatever your struggles are, think about them like being the lion. Think of yourself as being this virtuous woman. This woman shows up as a virgin, which is a woman unto herself. She makes her own decision. And not only that, but there's an infinity sign over top of her head. She's been doing this forever. So if something is popping up, then what I want you to do is to take a breath, look at where your guides are, where your power animals are, where your spirit guides are, and then tap into them and know that it might be cats. You know, you might have a lion as your spirit guide. And how cool would that be? But no more struggle. It doesn't need to struggle. You don't need to struggle. So there you go. Roxanne, nice to see you. All right. The Amy Wiggins music. This one is for you. A message coming from I'm thinking it's probably the divine. See these pyramids out here? Okay, there's that's the body, mind, and spirit. That's what wands are all about. Passion, fire, drive, and the connection to the divine. So you can see, like I said earlier, that this wand has new growth on it. And so it's this message that's coming for you is, hang on. You've actually been looking for some inspiration for a while, and this message that coming is going to be the inspiration that you're looking for. So there you go. Chris, nice that you popped back on. I'm glad. And yeah, every once in a while, the top of my head is over here and the rest of me is over here. So technology, ain't it great? Annie, this one is for you. Ace of Swords. So a gift from the gods and a new beginning about the way that you're thinking about things. Now you can see there's a crown up here, so it's actually taking you to a higher level of thinking. It isn't, it's just not a new thought about, what should I cook for dinner? This is going to take you up to that place, to a higher state of evolution, and it's going to be a shift in the way that you think. So, wow, I'm be interested in hearing about that, Annie. Anita, this one is for you. Judgment, 20. So in the tarot, we begin with the Fool at 0 because only a fool goes out on an adventure or a journey. Do y'all remember Bilbo Baggins? Okay, but this is a spiritual awakening. So the tarot goes all the way to 21. This is 20. 21 is the world. So this spiritual awakening that you cannot miss, because this is Gabriel, the Archangel Gabriel, blowing his horn, and it wakes up the dead. So it's not like it's something that you're going to be able to avoid, pass over, ignore, or not see. So, wow, I'm going to be excited to hear about this, Anita. Good for you. Yay. Una. Okay, I'm going over here. Oh, how awesome. So just a moment ago, I was talking about the Fool, 0, right? Right after the Fool comes the Magician, who knows how to use the 4 elements, the air, the earth, the fire, the water. He takes a matter in the practical world to spirit, and then bring spirit back into matter. Use your magic. Hey, Molly. So yeah, you know how to do this. And because look, there's an infinity sign over top of your head right there. This is not new to you. It might be undiscovered, but when you start to discover it, you're going to go, I knew that. So, yeah. So Una, good luck with that. Chris. The Knight of Wands. Okay, you're on a quest. Wands, passion, fire, drive, and connection to the divine. This guy is galloping forward. You've seen one of the other knights who wasn't inspired to move. This guy is on a mission. It's about waking up your dreams. And so I'm going to put it up there. You can see that the body, mind, and spirit is right over here in the pyramids. So he's not only on a quest, but he's actively participating in his quest. So there you go. That's going to be fun to watch. And you're going to get some information because up here, the plumes remind us of the god Mercury, who's all about communication. So there you go. Christopher. The Hermit. Okay, time to take some time for yourself. So unplug for a bit, and really, the job of the hermit is to go to the mountain for others and bring the wisdom back. And in order for us to do that, we often think we have to, set a big time aside, like I have to have a week. Well, just start tomorrow night, unplug everything, and finish on Sunday night. And that simple act of unplugging for the weekend and not being out there in the active world is enough to shift things. So, Chris, take some hermit time. And the other thing is that it's about lantern wasn't always a lantern. It in the olden days, it was actually an hourglass. So that's even more important for you to feed yourself. So there you go. Nice to see you. It's almost getting close to the 4th of July, and maybe I'll see you then. Keely, this one is for you. Okay. The King of Cups. So there's something bubbling up from, whoops, this side, from the unconscious. You sent your ships out a while back. They're on their way. In the meanwhile, in spite of, look at that, he's on a big old hunk of concrete. In spite of being out there, floating around, he's not sinking. And I think so often, when things are emotional, we think we're going to sink. And he's your active visualization that this is not going to happen. So I haven't said this for a while, but I used to go out and find this card online, enlarge it in black and white, and color it for yourself. That will, and this is good for all of us. This will internalize that information for you. So, and no, you're not going to sink. So there you go. And I'll see you soon this summer. Yay. Colby, this one is for you. You, passion, fire, drive, connection to the divine. You initiated something a while back. It's an 8. Things are moving swiftly, but they haven't landed yet. And once again, delve into your wisdom, your own wisdom, and then delve into the wisdom of others about the number 8, because it's incredibly powerful. And know that it hasn't landed, but it only has 2 more before it does. Release the burdens that you're carrying that aren't yours, because that's the 10. So if you do that already, and if you have any emotional wounding, take care of it. Because when this lands, you want to be free and clear to run. So I have no idea where that came from, but there you go. Okay. Nice to see you, Colby. All right. Tura, this one is for you, the Emperor. So what this card says, I'll just tell you straight out before I get into anything else, is knowing when to bite and when to growl. Dogs don't just run up. If you start approaching them, they don't just run up and chomp on you. They give you a little notice, right? Well, the Emperor here is dang ready to go into battle for you. Then it's Aries energy, that independent, I can do it myself kind of energy. But use it wisely, because if you look here he is, right here is his scepter. It's the sign of Venus. It comes from love. So when you have to stand your ground, when you have to actively just sit, nope, I'm sitting, then know that you don't have to get up and to go into battle. You can sit. And that will ease, I don't know quite what it's going to ease, but it's going to ease something for you. So there you go. Hey, Lisa. Nice to see you. Roxanne, this one is for you. This is a nice one. So this is money, property, tangible things. This is having enough, and I'm going to put it up close so you can see everyone in this card is touching something, someone or something else. The little boy right there is touching the dog. The old man is also touching the dog. The 2 people there are touching each other, and the child is also. This is having enough money, time, resources to pass on a legacy. So if you've been fretting about money, just know that if this isn't happening right now, it's on its way. So look for it. There you go. Molly, geez, how are you? It's almost summertime. So the old, and this is another 8. So I think we've got almost all of the 8s out tonight. So this is powerful for us all. So everyone, go and look at the number 8. So the old emotional way didn't work. It isn't working, and it ain't going to work. So stack up your cups and turn and go. And up here, we have the moon. So it's going to happen within a moon cycle that you're going to do this, that you're going to be turning away and moving forward. So there you go with that. All right. Lisa, this one is for you. Ooh, this is a great way for us to end. So before I do this, up there, over there, is a link. You can all join my Enlightened Spiritual Warriors, where I teach once a week, and sometimes I do a teaching on a card. But join me there so that I can share my wisdom and you can receive on it, because everything is going to be all right. So Lisa, the beautiful part is that this is for you, but we all get the benefit of you showing up tonight so that we can indulge ourselves in the sun and know that everything is going to be all right. We often think that our problems are really ginormous, but this says your problems are no bigger than a small child on a small pony. And that if you look back here, you'll see the sunflowers right there. And when we see the red like this in the cards, and particularly on the banner, you know that that divinity has a hand in this. And when we see the major arcana, God, Goddess, the big chicken in the sky, is attempting to get a message to you. So please pay attention. There you go. Linda, this one's for you. How are you? I think I saw your beautiful house coming along. All right. The Queen of Swords. She says, I have this idea and I'm going in this direction. Okay, so this is not about procrastinating or any of that, which I'm pretty sure you haven't been doing, but it's about transformation. And the reason I know that is because right down here are butterflies. And she has also a little Cupid hanging out up here. So she's sitting in love and moving forward on her direction. So there you go, everyone. Oh, Ryan, you just popped on. Let me do one for you. The Chariot. So just like I was saying a moment ago, that when we see major arcana, it's God, Goddess, the big chicken in the sky, attempting to get a message. So Ryan, this says that there's some conflict going on. So, and we look here, I'm going to put it up close. You can see the charioteer has no reins. He's got a bunch of lofty ideas. His head is up there in the stars. So one of my mentors, Angeles Arian, used to say, with your feet on the ground and your long, tall body, with your head in the stars, in the clouds. So this guy, he doesn't have any reins, so he can't move forward with whatever it is that's going on. It's not possible. Resolve the conflict, take the reins, come down into the practical world, ground yourself, and then you'll be able to move forward. So there you go. So blessings, everyone. Nice to see you. This is my last Thursday. Oh, Nancy, hang on. I'll do one for you. So this is my last Thursday. I'm moving to Wednesday, same time, same place. And in a couple of weeks, I'm going to start teaching Soar to Success, which is a confidence building, boosting, and spiritual guidance for spiritual people who want to create their livelihood, leaving what they're not wanting to do, coming into the spiritual world and creating a spiritual business. So, Nancy, this one is for you, the 10 of Cups. Happy, happy, joy, joy, complete and utter bliss, which you know is what I believe. You all know that I believe it's either bliss or BS. So, so Nancy, you got the bliss, girl. All right, Nina, I'm going to pull one for you, and then, so money, property, tangible things. You're getting praised for the great job that you're doing. Okay, so if this hasn't happened yet, be prepared because it's going to. Yeah, because they're whoever they are, whoever these people are that you're crafting for, are actually really, really, really pleased with what it is that you've been doing. They might not have been able to get the message to you yet for some reason that I'm not understanding why, but so look for that. So you know what? I'm going to not say, okay, this is the last card again, because you keep on popping on and I keep on doing it. Oh, so Sarah, this one is for you. And this is actually the card that I used yesterday when I was announcing the Wednesday. Necessary destruction for positive reconstruction. And if you look, all of us look at where we are now. We're going through that necessary destruction. We're going through the squeeze. You know, I talked about going through the hourglass and just being in that waiting place before we drop down. So this says that it's really important that you go through this. It's also really important that you don't get caught up in, oh, I'm losing something, it's all a mess, but that you know that it's like the phoenix rising. Phoenix can't rise unless it goes up in flames. So there you go. And Johan, you made it. The Knight of Cups. So we have this knight who's on a quest for love. And on a quest for messages here. This is the symbol for Mercury, communication, communicating love. But you'll also know that the horse is almost ready to take that step. But unlike the Knight of Wands, who's like charging forward, or in a couple of the other knights, he's not moving yet. So there's something that's stalling out. And, you know, like I said just a couple of minutes ago, we're in this place where we're going through this necessary destruction, and we're waiting for something. So what the heck are we waiting for? So here's what I say, and what I'm going to leave you with. I say that we all become the fool, and we take that step in spite of not knowing what it's going to lead to. So thanks everyone for joining me for all of these Thursdays. I hope you can join me on Wednesday starting next week. I did one last night, doing one tonight. And check out my Enlightened Spiritual Warriors. There is a link up there that you can join me, and I'd love to see you there. Bliss. Bye-bye, everyone.